Well, Kelly's Court is back in session. On the docket today, no bull, no bear, no beef. One Wall Street broker taking meat off the market. A veggie-loving trader, shown here, insisting that he was fired because his boss said he was, quote, a vegetarian homo who wouldn't eat steak. Ryan Pacifico hauling his Manhattan financial firm to court, saying he was tormented by his one-time boss. He claims the big guy said to him, quote, you don't even eat steak, dude. At what point in time did you realize you were gay? And that the guy lied about his performance to get him canned. Now he has filed a lawsuit in New York's courts. So does he actually have a case? Let's ask our panel. Fox News legal analyst Mercedes Colwin and defense attorney David Wohl. Good morning.
Good morning, Megyn.
Good morning, Megyn.
So it's a vegetarian who worked on Wall Street who claimed, and then he got canned, and he says the real reason he got canned is because my boss thought I was gay because I didn't eat meat, but I'm not gay. I'm just a vegetarian. Mercedes? Is that what qualifies as a lawsuit in today's day and age?
Surprisingly so. I mean, there's a whole body of law that talks about perception. If you perceive me to be gay, so be it. You've got a lawsuit on your hands. And those comments, if anybody comes forward, I mean, this is all going to come down to witnesses. It's definitely a test of credibility. If he has loads of witnesses that come forward and say he was given such a hard time, he was called a girly boy, he was called a homo boy, he was called all of these names, he can turn around and say, I was perceived homosexual even though I'm married, and that has nothing to do with my sexual orientation. I'm not.
David, the guy worked on Wall Street. Anyone here in New York knows Wall Street guys don't generally speak the Queen's English. It's a different place. This kind of talk goes on. Is this guy, is he just in need of a thicker skin?
Yeah, you know what, and this lawsuit wasn't filed until he was fired, so the jury can look at that and say, you know what, that was his motivation. Look, was this talk juvenile? Was it locker room? Was it inappropriate? Absolutely, but did it rise to the level of severe or pervasive harassment? And that's the standard. Absolutely not, Megyn. There's just no way that a court is going to find that is the case in this particular lawsuit. I mean, he's got to have thicker skin on lawsuit. I mean, I was a vegetarian until I tried out some of those New York City steakhouses. And also, Megyn, there's certain issues that can be subject to these type of hostile work environment lawsuits. Political affiliation.
But this isn't a hostile work environment. He's not claiming that he had a hostile work environment while he was there. He's claiming that those comments prove the boss thought he was gay, and that's the reason he got fired. Mercedes, but does he have enough? Because he's got a couple of random comments, and he says he was mocked for avoiding meat and for wearing snug-fitting shorts during his triathlons. This is perfect fodder for Wall Street making fun of. I mean, this is. Was he not begging to be made fun of?
It's true. But here's what's going to happen, though. He's going to turn around and say, I didn't get the same promotional opportunities. I didn't get the same leads. I mean, traders are all about leads. These folks are not giving him leads. These folks are not giving the type of networking he needs in order to succeed. He can turn around and say, once I was perceived homosexual, that's when I was targeted. That's when I was ostracized. That's why I didn't get these leads.
But every comment the boss made seemed to revolve around, I mean, when he called him a homo, which is not a nice word and not a word we like, but whenever he called him that, he was in the context of his being a vegetarian. For example, he says in the complaint, he accuses his boss of saying, when another trader questioned whether this guy Ryan, the plaintiff, would eat during an outing they had to a steakhouse, he says the boss said, who the F cares? And then he said it's his fault for being a vegetarian homo.
You know what, David?
The point is he was making fun of him for being a vegetarian. It's not that he thought he was homosexual.
Megyn, as I was saying earlier.
Go ahead, David.
I was saying earlier, these lawsuits can be based on sexual orientation. They can be based on politics or age, but not on food orientation. When you get down to the bottom of that, that's what this is. He was being joked about because he was an herbivore instead of a carnivore.
No one's saying he was a carnivore. They're saying he was a homosexual because he didn't sink his teeth in a big juicy steak.
Mercedes, where's the evidence the boss actually thought that he was gay? The boss was just calling him gay because he was a vegetarian.
Well, because of those comments. These comments are, they're not stray remarks. These are consistent, persistent comments, and they kept coming up in terms of his meals, but that has nothing to do with it.
In terms of his meals, that's my point. And his little shorts when he ran the triathlon, which actually may help his case.
Well, maybe that's why he needed to be a vegetarian, to fit in those little tiny shorts. I mean, frankly,
I too am a vegetarian, except for steak and chicken and turkey and cheese. All right, thanks a lot, Mercedes and David. We appreciate it. One final word for our viewers. What a crock. He was fired because of his perceived sexual orientation, because his boss teased him about being gay. To steal a phrase from the artist Prince, Welcome to this thing called life, Ryan. Was the boss in bad form? Of course he was. But did Ryan grossly overreact and foolishly file a ridiculous lawsuit? You betcha.
And now he needs to get a shirt that fits. Hey, did you ever